Welcome back to Palo Alto here at Maples Pavilion as number 4 Stanford hosts Oregon State. The two schools are in Corvallis, but we all know the big matchup is here on the court in the Bay Area. Hello everyone, I'm Jenna Becerra, Stanford softball alum, with you on the call in this final Pac-12 stretch for the 2023 season. The last time these two teams met, Stanford came out with the sweep in Corvallis over the Beavers. They own the all-time record, 74-0, so they're looking for win number 75. However, both squads coming off of wins earlier this week on Thursday. 5 sets it took for Stanford to get the W against number 6 Oregon, and then across the bay in Berkeley, in 4 sets, Oregon State able to get the win over Cal. Starters for the Beavers today: Aaliyah McDonald, Michael Vernon, Amanda Burns, Lauren Rummel, Megan Sheridan, Kira Heron, and at libero, Ryan White. On the Stanford side of things, looks the same as it has recently and all season long. Cami Miner at setter, Kendall Kipp opposite, Elia Rubin the outside hitter, middle blockers McKenna Vicini and Sammy Francis, and then another outside hitter in Katie Baird with Elena Ogilvie, the reigning Pac-12 Libero of the Year, getting the start for the Card. I want to say, first of all, happy Veterans Day. Big thank you to all those who have served. Today, the theme will be Taylor's version. First serve starts at 3:04. Big save by Stanford. Big hit, big dig by Rubin. Kip, long. First point goes to the Beavs. Oregon State first on the board in this Taylor Swift themed day. There was some pregame friendship bracelet making before this match. Back set. Big hits the top of the Jumbotron. Point goes to Stanford. Sammy Francis awarded with the kill. She was a huge presence on Thursday against Oregon. Had a match-high 7 blocks, key towards the end of the match. Anna Pringle serving. Big hit, and it's a kill. Megan Sheridan, the grad student out of Indiana, the transfer from Butler, giving Oregon State the lead back. Now Ryan White, the junior out of Washington, at the service line for the Beavs. Back set, tip from Rubin, or from Vicini rather. Excellent execution. Take one more look. Beautiful read by Vicini. Now Cami Miner, reigning setter of the year in the Pac-12 from 2022 at the line. Set. Off the block. Another set by Miner. Over to Baird. Attempted to save, and they do it. Oregon State staying alive. Baird again. Off the block, and the point goes the Cardinal way. They have now taken the lead 3-2. That's a great effort by Oregon State. And just take a look at that last swing by Baird. A lot of power. Her and Kip led in kills for Stanford at 18 apiece against the Ducks. Miner serving. Big swing. Sheridan again. Couple of kills on the day already. She comes by it honestly. Her mom, Lisa, played college volleyball and basketball. And now she'll get the serve. Big swing by Vicini. We saw her tip. And now we saw the power. The versatility this Cardinal team has is huge. The angle on that kill, outstanding. Baird at the line. Another tip. Saved by Miner and Kip. Free ball opportunity here. Big kill from Seuss. Peyton Seuss, another grad student at Oregon State, transfer out of Wake Forest. Big impact so far in this season for the Beavers. Now her teammate Kira Heron, a sophomore, at the line. Off the net from Vicini. Off the net this time by Sheridan. Trying for that third kill of the day, but the point goes to the Card, 5-4. Stanford's turn to serve, and it's the senior out of Honolulu, Hawaii, Elena Ogilvy. Hit by Rubin. Recovered. Looks like there was potentially a net violation. Something called by the officials. We heard the whistle, and it evens things up. So at Cal, again, the Beavers won in 4 sets a couple of days ago. They took the first set 25-22. Lost the second one 18-25, and then took the last couple 25-19 and 25-22 respectively. And a coach's challenge issued here by Stanford and head coach Kevin Hambley. Got his 163rd win here at Stanford just a couple of days ago, and it was a big one, that top 10 win against number 6 Oregon. Also the top 2 teams in the Pac-12. Stanford sitting at first in the standings. They are now 3 games ahead of Oregon in second place. Let's take another look there. Trying to see if there was any contact in the attempted block. This is what the officials are reviewing. And it looks like it was a successful challenge by head coach Hambley. The point goes to Stanford, so they are now up 6-4. The refs, we have Daphne Nelson, Marsha Costley, and the line judges Wendy Daly and Pamela Osterfeld for this match. Serving again is Ogilvy. Set. Off the block. Kip recovered. Miner to Rubin. Softly handled by the Beavs. Big hit. Lauren Rummel puts one up in the stat column. The Beavers now within 1. Rummel, the sophomore out of Arizona, transferred from Arizona, so very familiar with Pac-12 play as she makes her way to the service line. Back set, Kip. Big dig by Sheridan. Long, but in there. Michael Vernon says hello. Got a dig on the day today. She's now less than 10 away from 1,000 kills, rather, in her career. Miner over to Rubin. Off the block. Set. Once again, Vernon. Michael Vernon making her presence known. The senior actually led Jamaica to a championship back in July, and she was the tournament MVP. You can see that playing out now. Over to Kip. A dig by Sheridan. And she makes up for it. Put a few in the pocket of Michael Vernon. Oregon State now leading by 2. Serve from Rummel. Kip. Tip. Beautiful. Stanford back within 1. Kendall Kipp, known for the power behind her swings, but can read it beautifully to drop in a tip every now and again. You can see that placement, and it's a great read. She's now serving. Blocked. Vernon again. Kill again! She has already racked up 4 here in the first set, just 6 away from hitting that 1,000 mark. She would be the 17th player at Oregon State to reach that milestone. Burns serving. Dumped by Minor, but recovered by Oregon State. The Beavers came to play. They lead by 3. Burns, the LMU transfer, back at the line. Minor back set. Francis comes in with the kill. Cammie to Sammy, the 6'6" junior. Bringing the hurt. So Elia Rubin now back to serve, the sophomore. And it's an ace. A key moment for the Cardinal that brings them back within 1. Rubin again. Sheridan tools the block. Beeves ahead by a couple once again, and they side out, and this time it's Michael Vernon at the service line. Minor. Kip with the tip again, this time handled by Oregon State. Miscommunication for the orange and black. Stanford gets a break. The point goes to the Cardinal, now 11-10, Beeves ahead. Anna Pringle back in to serve here for the Cardinal. The sophomore out of La Jolla. Off the block. Kip recovers. Back set. Vicini with the kill. We're tied up here at Maples. What a day so far for Vicini. A few kills on the afternoon already. Pringle again. An ace. A couple in the books now here for Stanford. Look at the placement by Pringle. Just next to that line. She'll try it again. Falls in fairly. Wow. Pringle gets the kill at the end of that play. Check out the diving attempt and falls in perfectly. Almost like she drew it up. Stanford now ahead by 2. You can see the smiles. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment. Back at Maples as Anna Pringle has been on a roll here for the Cardinal. You knew she was trouble when she walked in today. Service again. Off the block. Rubin to Minor. Over to Baird. In! Katie Baird makes it a 3-point lead. You can see Baird finding the perfect spot by the back line. Service. Blocked! Vicini, Baird, bringing the roof down. Beavers are denied at the net. Stanford now 4 ahead. Good run for the Cardinal here with Pringle at the line. Great response from Peyton Seuss. Seuss actually hit that 1,000 kill mark at the last Cal match earlier in this season. She had 869 at Wake Forest, has racked up the rest since being with the Beavers. Ryan White. Minor back set. Tip, Vicini, and it's successful. Stanford had made it as the first to 15, make it 16. McKenna Vicini having herself a day, leading the team with 4 kills. Minor. The lefty, Sheridan, responding. Her 4th kill of this match.
Now serving Oregon State, number 21, Sheridan. And correction, now subbing in.
Now coming in and subbing in to serve is Doha Diraz, the freshman from Turkey. Set over to Kip. Big dig by White. Off the block, trying to recover is Stanford. It's a free ball. Dig by Rubin. Kip. Off the block, saved. Dig by Ogilvy. What a rally. Kip finds it. Killer Kip back at it again. What a rally, and it goes the Cardinal way. Perfectly placed by Kendall Kip. A couple of kills on the day for her as Baird makes her way to the service line. And it's an ace. The Cardinal being effective at the service line so far in this match. They had almost 20 service errors against the Ducks in those 5 sets. Made some adjustments here today. At the net. Covering. Stuffed! Vicini, Kip, denial. Another beautiful block for Stanford. Blocks ended up being a key component late in the match against Oregon a couple of days ago. We're seeing it live now. Take a quick break. We'll be right back after the timeout. Back here at Maples, Cardinal up 19-13 over the Beavers here in the first set. Baird still at the line. Tip, handled by the Cardinal, recovered by Oregon State. Blocked! Off the Beavers! Stanford makes it 20. Take a look at Kip, back at it again. What a presence her and Vicini have been at the net. Baird once more. Long. Service error for the Cardinal. Side out for Oregon State. They now have 14. Started off strong. Started off leading early on in this set. Cardinal have since charged forward to retake the lead. Beavers trying to answer here with Kira Heron at the line. Vicini with the tip. Once again, the veteran gets it done. Look the way she sells that as well. You could see, looked like she was going to swing big. Last minute change up. Ogilvy. Good block by the Card. Another one. And it's Kip and Sammy Francis back in. Sammy Francis has been excellent. Match high 7 blocks against Oregon. The 6'6" junior is a presence on the court. Ogilvy. Just wide from Vernon. Vernon making a charge, but it looks like that's actually going to go towards Oregon State. Whistle blown by the ref. So 22-15, Lauren Rummel, the sophomore, back at the line. Francis. Beeves tried, but Francis gets it done. Get a block, get a kill. Day in the life of Sammy Francis. 23 for the Card now. Kip serving. Vernon. Make it 5 kills. Again, just a handful away from hitting that career milestone of 1,000. Amanda Burns serving. Check that, 6 kills now on the night for Vernon. Serve is long. The error makes it set point for the Cardinal.
Now serving for Stanford, number 13,
Elia Rubin back at the service line for the Cardinal. Has an ace already this afternoon. Long on this one. Beavers stay alive as they trail by 7.
Now serving number 6, Michael Vernon.
Michael Vernon. Back set. And the kill to seal the deal. Francis getting it done, and Stanford sealing this first set with an exclamation point. Sammy Francis, such a presence. The Cardinal take this one 25-17 to start things off in this match. We will take a quick break in between sets. Be back in just a moment. One set in the books here at Maples Pavilion. The Cardinal taking it 25-17 over the Beavers. What a time we've had so far. Had a little bit of a lip sync battle in between sets here for the Taylor Swift theme we got going on here at Maples. Some Swifties in the house tonight. You can really see the girls on the Stanford side enjoying it as we wait the first serve of the second set. Starting things off for Oregon State, Amanda Burns. Minor to Francis. The Cardinals starting strong. Francis getting Stanford on the board first here in the second set. Man, those Sammy Francis kills never go out of style. Beautiful. Rubin at the line. Blocked, but falls out. So the point goes to Oregon State. It's tied up.
Now serving number 6, Michael Vernon.
Michael Vernon serving. Minor adjusting. Free ball. Vernon shut down by Francis. Wow. Francis continues to dominate at the net.
Subbing in to serve, number 3, Anna Pringle.
Anna Pringle now at the service line for the Cardinal. Dump by Minor. Set. Off the block, recovered by Stanford. Minor. Over to Baird. He shuts it down. Katie Baird with the tip. Add another one in the K column for the Cardinal. Her third of the day. Minor. Dump again! You are never out of the woods when you're going up against Cammie Minor. Got to stay on your toes. She reads it and runs this offense so well. Into the net. Rare service error for Anna Pringle. Oregon State now trailing by 2. White. Vicini blocked, recovered by Stanford. Baird. Long. But it looks like there was some contact. And it tipped, and it's Stanford's point. So 5-2 Cardinal as Cammie Minor now takes the serve. Stuffed! Baird, Vicini, putting the wall up. Katie Baird taking the brunt of that one, doing a great job of maintaining her presence. Timeout called on the floor. We will take a step back. Stanford up 6-2 over Oregon State in the second set. Early on here in the second set, but Stanford has started in a very strong fashion. They were hitting .464 in that first set compared to Oregon State's .235. Now on the match, they're up to .500 hitting percentage and just .179 for the Beavs. And it's a quick ace for the setter, Cammie Minor. Cammie Minor just so versatile. Runs the offense. Does a whole lot for this team. In there! Oregon State answers. The Beavers now within 4. And this is an Oregon State team that knows how to fight. You know, they finished 2-18 last year in Pac-12. In that 11th place spot. It's a service error. Makes it side out Stanford. They finished 2-18. They finished 11th. They were picked to be 11th in the preseason poll this year, but they have made some strides already in this first season of head coach Lindsey Bohonic. Katie Baird. Tip. Out of bounds. Looks like Stanford thought maybe there was some contact. Tipped off by the Beavers. And it looks like there will be a review on this one. So while they're doing that, we'll wait to see what the results are. The ball landed out of bounds, but they're checking to see if Oregon State actually tipped that after Rubin hit the ball. And again, an Oregon State team, you know, Lindsey Bohonic already so far in this era has led them to their first home sweep of the Arizona schools, first road sweep of the Washington schools, including ranked Washington State, and the first top 25 road win all since 2017. Take a quick look. Does it get the fingertips? Elliot Rubin says yes. The call on the court was that the point went to Oregon State. Earlier coach's challenge by Kevin Hambly went the Cardinals' way. We'll see if he can repeat. And some other key moments in the Bohonic era for Oregon State. The first time they've gotten wins against two ranked opponents since 2011, and their first ranked win against Washington State since 2016, and their third win over UW in Seattle since 2001. So they're steadily moving up and to the right. Already surpassed their win column for the Pac-12 from last year. They're coming into this match 5-10, 10-15 overall. And Bohonic had a very successful decade as an assistant coach at Pittsburgh. Made it to 10 NCAA tournaments every single year she was there, 4 ACC championships, 3 consecutive Elite Eights, and back-to-back Final Fours to end her time there. 4 All-Americans that she helped develop. In the last 5 seasons she was there, they had an NCAA high of 140 wins. So if someone's able to build a program, it's somebody like Lindsey Bohonic. They're trying to compete here against Stanford. Just the one blemish in their Pac-12 journey so far this season. Getting swept by Arizona State. But they answered really strongly since then. Getting a top 10 win over Washington State. Beating Washington, and then another top 10 win over Oregon a couple of days ago. Officials trying to make sure that they get this call right. They have even more angles to look at than we do on the broadcast. In the meantime, right now, Oregon State on the match hitting 195 compared to Stanford hitting 457. But if you look at the current set, Oregon State, if they were sub-0, now just exactly at 0, whereas Stanford at 429. But in addition to that, the blocks have been key for Stanford, 6 already on this match compared to none for Oregon State. Question is, did it hit the fingertips? You know, the thing with video review is, including the officials, but obviously the players, the coaches, the fans, all want the call to be right at the end of the day. So even though it does take a little bit of time to review and take a look at the film, getting the call correct is the main goal. See the crowd getting A little anxious here at Maples Pavilion. Waiting to see how this point will end up. And it could be a turning point in this set. You know, it goes from being 8-4 Stanford to a 5-point lead if it does get overturned and the coach's challenge by Hambly is successful. Any lead that Stanford can get, it is going to be tough to come back from against the number 4 team in the country. This is a team that was leading the nation in hitting percentage at .314 coming into this. And it looks like, official word, the point stands as Oregon State, so we are still at 8-4, Stanford in the lead. The Beavers looking to try to chip away here in the second set. At the service line for the Beavs is Kira Herron, sophomore out of Texas. Minor to Rubin. Blocked! The Beavers stepping up with their first block of the match. Oregon State trying to use that break to their advantage to reset here. Trailing by 3. Rubin tip. Covered by Beavs. Free ball for Stanford. Big swing. Another kill for the Cardinal. McKenna Vicini continues to be lethal. She is leading this Stanford team now in kills with 6 on the match. The angle on that, wow. Long serve from Elena Ogilvy makes it 9-6. Oregon State's Lauren Rummel back at the service line. Leading the way in terms of kills, Vicini was 6 on the day, as well as Vernon was 6 on the Beav side. Just in! Point goes to Oregon State with the ace. Elia Rubin didn't love that call. Looks like there may be another review. Yep, another coach's challenge by Kevin Hambly, who certainly knows what he's doing. Got a 79th win here at Maples specifically against Oregon. And Rubin thought that was long. Pretty expressive and vocal about it right away. The officials are chatting, making sure they're all on the same page. Coach's challenge goes the Cardinal way once again. Ball was out of bounds, so that makes it 10 points for Stanford. And number 10 now at the service line. Gotta love the aggressiveness from Coach Hambly. Trusting his players on what they're seeing out there. Vernon, off the net and wide.
Ball out of bounds.
Vernon was looking for her 7th kill of the day, but it goes out of bounds. Make it 11 for the Card. Vernon tools the block. There's lucky number 7. Just 3 away from the big milestone. We keep talking about her kills for obvious reasons, but she had a team high 14 digs and 3 aces against Cal on Thursday as well. Service from Burns. Straight down from McDonald. Oregon State within 3. Leah McDonald, the senior out of Texas. Letting Burns serve once again. And an ace! Once again. The Beavers now within 2. Still a lot of set to play here. The Cardinal not out of the woods here. The Beavers are fighting. Rubin. Free ball. Off the block, recovered by Minor. Ogilvy. Set. Rubin. Long. Double digits for Oregon State. Check that. Looks like it tipped off Oregon State. And it's a kill for Elia Rubin. A dozen for Stanford. Service from her. Vernon. Long and wide. It looked like it was tipped off of Stanford. So the point goes to Oregon State. So a couple of back-to-backs there. Double digits now for Oregon State, officially to Stanford's dozen. And Vernon now at the service line. Again, 3 aces against Cal. And the service error here against Stanford. 13 Stanford. So Anna Pringle serving once again for Stanford. Had a long run last time she checked into this match. Little mishit on the dig, but Vernon attempts the kill but misses. Out of bounds. Vernon has 8 kills on the day, match high. Pringle serving. Blocked by Stanford. Great defense continues for the Cardinal. They are the first to 15. You can see Minor and Vicini right there, but it looks like it hits the top of the net. So they were on it. 15-10 Stanford. We'll be back after this break. Serving once again for Stanford, Anna Pringle. Cardinal up by 5 here in the second set after taking set number 1. Block attempted, but goes out of bounds. Tooling it was Peyton Seuss. 11 for the Beavers as number 12 steps to the service line.
Now serving for Oregon State, number 12, Ryan White.
Minor, set, Baird, big swing. Katie Baird makes it 5 kills on the day and 16 points for Stanford.
Now serving for Stanford, number
Take a look at the power from the veteran. Cami Minor now serving. Blocked out of bounds, tooling it once again. Sheridan this time. (16-12), the Beavers side out. Subbing in to serve once again is Doha Diraz. One of 3 international players on this Oregon State team from Turkey. Little action at the net. Dig by Rubin. Set for Minor. Baird. Softly over. Recovered by Stanford. What a dig by Rubin. The tip. Handled. Blocked. Beavers recover. Stanford again. Kip. Tools the block. Stanford wins the rally. Kendall Kip. Once again. Great effort by both sides in that rally. 17-12 Stanford. Have to see D-Raz a couple times at the service line for Oregon State. Again, one of 3 international players. And it looks like Oregon State has issued a coach's challenge from Lindsay Bohonic. And I think Stanford may have had a touch in that rally, so officials will review that. And international volleyball, a big part of collegiate women's volleyball from what we see. So we've seen Diraz, for example, from Turkey, Iris Koba on Oregon State's roster, originally from Italy. And for Stanford in particular, this past summer, they actually did a foreign tour for about 12 days. They went to Turkey, and they went to the Czech Republic, Slovenia, Croatia. It was the first time they had done that since 2018 when they went to Croatia, and they also went to Slovenia and Italy. And the 4 freshmen were able to join them to get some of that prep in and face some of the top talent internationally to get them ready for this season. That kind of preparation is so key and so important, especially when you go into a daunting Pac-12 schedule the way they have this season. So safe to say it wasn't a cruel summer for the Cardinal. Great bonding experience, they all said, especially having the newbies along for the ride. Previous play now, it's confirmed that the point stays with Stanford. So score settled still at 17-12. Katie Baird still at that service line. Baird feeling 22 as she does every game. Such an outstanding asset for the Stanford team her entire career. The point goes to Oregon State. Seuss has a few kills in her back pocket. Subbing into serve now for the Beavers, Kira Heron. Into the net. The 5th service error for Oregon State in this match. Point goes to Stanford. They're ahead by 5 once again, as Ogilvy will take over serving duties. Dig by Baird. Rubin off the block. Ogilvy has it. Dumped by Miner. Vernon off the block. Ogilvy sets to Kip. Off the block again. Beeves. Tossle at the net. Vernon. Dig by Ogilvy. Kip again. Point Stanford. Some strong rallies from both of these squads. Stanford been able to capitalize in those situations with high pressure. 19 on the board. Blocked and falls. Sammy Francis with another block. Her presence just cannot be denied. She has been a problem for the Beavers at the net. Walking into this set saying, "It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me." 20 points, Stanford. Vernon. Dig by Ogilvy. Kip. Smashed. Decisive kill from Kendall Kip. Look at the angle of this and the location. Well spotted. Vernon. Rubin handles it. Rubin over. Vernon again. Gets her 9th kill. She is 1 away from 1K. Side out for Oregon State, trailing by 7. Rummel at the service line. Francis, good read. She continues to be a problem on both sides of the ball. Francis with the tip. Serving now is Kip. Good dig. And it's an ace. Aaliyah McDonald saying hello. Her second of the day. Amanda Burns now back at the line. Francis again. Sammy Francis back at it again, and it's a team high 7 kills. Rubin. McDonald answers. Her 3rd kill of the day. Service opportunity here for Michael Vernon. Tipped off the net. Miner back to Kip. Good block. Falls out of bounds. A lot of power behind that swing, but it is set point once again for Stanford. Anna Pringle subbing in to serve. Good things tend to happen when she finds her way on the court. Big swing, Peyton Seuss. Just what the doctor ordered for Seuss. 24-17, still match point for Stanford. White at the line. Back to Kip. Steals it! Kendall Kip puts an end to the second set for Stanford. They take this one 25-17. Almost deja vu from set number 1. The Cardinal now up 2-0. What a performance so far for Stanford. They are aiming for the sweep. We'll take a break for a few minutes and be back for set number 3. Fans are making some noise here in the 3rd set. Stanford up over Oregon State, 2-0. So far playing here has been red. The Cardinal have dominated both sets, 25-17. Rubin serving. And it's long. Oregon State on the board first here in the 3rd set, trying to prevent the sweep. By the way, we said it. Taylor Swift theme here today at Maples. I tweeted before this. Let's see how many references I can get in. For those counting, 8. And that's Vernon serving. Francis with the kill. Tied up at 1. Sammy Francis has been a joy to watch this afternoon. Now it's Pringle serving. Tip. Little off. But saved by Kip. They get the ball over. Free ball. Tip. Diving is Pringle. Set over to Baird. Recovered by Oregon State. Dig by Pringle again. Baird. Miss hit. Oregon State wins the rally. That'll give them the lead 2-1. That'll bring the libero Ryan White back to serve. Slam down. Trying to recover was Ogilvy, but out of bounds. And it's a 2-point lead for the Beavs. Minor. Dump! Successful! Cami Minor continues to be sneaky and reads it so well. Cardinal within one. Full speed decision. Into the net. Service error for Stanford and a break for Oregon State. They are now up by 2. Stanford's got 6 service errors on the night. They had 17 against Oregon in 5 sets. Kip gets it done. Kendall Kip, Tyan Francis for the team high, 8 kills on the day. Cardinal hitting .458 on the match. 400 currently in this set. Baird. Into the net. 7th service error for the Cardinal. Oregon State maintaining a 2-point lead. Kira Heron serving for the Beavers. Vicini off the block. Off the block again. Free ball. Too many touches.
Too many touches on Oregon State.
Stanford now within 1.
Now serving for Stanford, number 9, Ogilvy.
Let's see Stanford staying calm in the chaos. Ogilvy. Tip. Minor diving over to Rubin. Trying to dive was White. Point goes to Oregon State.
Now serving for Oregon State, number 16.
You look at the action at the net. Beavers still up by 2, 6-4. Rummel serves. Francis, wide. Beavers take a 3-point lead. Their last meeting on October 20th in Corvallis between these two. Stanford then ranked number 3. Fairly dominant, allowing only 17 points, 15 points, 19 in the 3 sets. Oregon State looking to change the narrative here, but Kendall Kip keeps it going. Make it a team high 9 kills for Kip, who is hitting .467 in this match. Make it 500 with that one. Serving. Vernon. And there it is, folks. Number 1,000 for Michael Vernon. Career kills. She becomes the 17th Beaver to achieve that milestone. Congratulations, Michael Vernon. Kip, huge swing. Kip now with double digits alongside Michael Vernon in terms of kills. Stanford trailing by 2 with Elia Rubin serving. Long. Beeves staying ahead. Prior to that win at Cal, the Beavers had had a couple of heartbreakers, 5 sets against Utah and Colorado at home. They've been chipping away, got the win yesterday, fighting here in this third set. Kip, tip, diving by White. Off the block. Good read by Baird. Net violation by the Beavers. Point Stanford. Anna Pringle back at it again. Pringle with 5 digs. McDonald. Minor tried. Ran out of room. Point goes to the Beavs. White serving. Got CSC Academic All-Region a year ago. Dump by Minor just outside the line. Beavers up by 4. And this is an Oregon State team. They had 6 opponents early on in their schedule, or just overall in their schedule, that made the NCAA tournament, all within the Pac-12. Shows the level of this conference. Off the block, Sheridan makes it a dozen. Oregon State opened conference play this year with 6 losses, 3 sweeps, but then ended up sweeping the Arizonas and the Washingtons. They are building on some momentum. We'll take a break because they have a 5-point lead. Ryan White serving for Oregon State. In this set, they were hitting 400. Drastic improvement from the previous 2 sets. Minor to Kip. A big one. Recovered by Oregon State. A free ball. Baird. Vernon handles it. Tip. Handled by Kip. Baird again. This time in there. Stanford has 8. The Cardinal benefiting from the talents of Katie Baird. They have 4 starters hitting over 400 with Kip, Francis, Baird, and Vicini. Minor. Dig by Minor. Ogilvy setting up Kip. Tip. Point goes to Oregon State. Kip tried to make that one work. Couldn't quite keep it within the playing grounds. Beavers still up by 5. Elizabeth Schuster serving once again. Kip. Vernon trying to stay alive. Into the net from Seuss. Point goes to Stanford. They're within 4. Interesting idea, trying to utilize that with a kill. Stanford now serving with Baird. Big swing. Seuss making the adjustment. Seuss has 5 kills on the match. Make that 6 with that one. Heron serving. Rubin. Oh, big swing. Goes off of Schuster. Stanford at double digits.
Now serving number 9, Ogilvy.
Difficult placement. Right above the chest at the shoulders. Tough to play that one. Ogilvy. Vernon, tit. Rubin diving, kip. The dig by White. Vernon again, off the block. Falls in there. The point goes to Oregon State. Michael Vernon with a match-high 11 kills, and she's now 1,001 in the books in her career. Oregon State the first to 15, Stanford trailing by 5. Minor, Rubin. Softly. Hit over the net. Good effort by the Beavers, but goes long. 11 for Stanford, number 10 at the service line. Kendall Kipp. Ace! That's her first ace of this match. Got double-digit kills, and it falls in there beautifully. Stanford now with a dozen. They trail by 3. Quick break. Then we'll be back. Serving out the timeout for Stanford. Kendall Kipp. The Cardinal trail the Beavers by 3 here in the third set. Had an ace before that timeout. Vernon. Kipp gets it in the air. Cross to Rubin. The tip. Oregon State manages to get it over the net, and the point goes to the Beavers. Wow. Talk about being scrappy, being gritty, and not giving up on that play. Side out for the Beavs, and Amanda Burns will take over to serve. She had a career-high 37 assists against Cal a couple of days ago. Got 21 so far in this match. Off the block, Minor in the air. Over to Rubin. Oregon State stays alive again. Free ball. Minor back set. The tip from Francis. Vernon. And it's a kill. Match high dozen in the K column. Michael Vernon hitting .333 in this match. Beavs up by 5 once again. Service over to Rubin. Softly falling in. The read and the strategy by Elia Rubin brings Stanford back within 4. She'll now take the service line. McDonald, blocked! Sammy Francis, how do you do?
Sammy Francis with the block. Point.
Another one for the upperclassmen. Look at that coverage. And it's an ace. Elia Rubin puts another one in the ace column for Stanford. her second of this match. Big moment for the Card. They trail by 2. And a big kill from Sheridan. Sheridan with 9 kills. She had a double-double with 15 kills and a season-high 10 digs against Cal in Berkeley on Thursday. Vernon serve. Rubin over to Baird. In! Finds the back line. Katie Baird put Stanford right back in it. Looks like we have another official review. Oregon State has issued the coach's challenge. They want to know if that ball actually landed out of bounds. Same area of the court as the last coach's challenge in that area when Stanford was on that side of the court. There's a few different ways that you can challenge to whether the ball's in or out, which is what's happening now. A touch by the defensive team. If there was a net fault, whether the ball hit the floor. We've seen a few of those challenges here, but let's take a look. And this is an important point. As it stands, Stanford got the call and the point to put them within 2 of Oregon State. If it were to switch, the 19-15 deficit would make a big difference. Let's see the swing by Baird. Going above the block. Again, Lindsay Bohonic taking this opportunity for her team. In less than a year since she's actually been at Oregon State. She was named the 12th head coach back in December 2022. After that decade she's been at Pittsburgh, as we mentioned earlier. Also as an assistant at her alma mater Concordia for a couple of seasons. They went 75-2 and 38-0 for an NAIA title in that second season. She was an excellent player at Concordia too, middle blocker, 2-time NAIA All-American, 3-time All-Conference, had the program records in matches played and blocks assisted. And it looks like that one is going to go the way of Oregon State. The officials overturned that call. So it is 19-15. Beavers, a big swing there here in the third set. Vernon serving. Minor recovering it. Baird over the top. The tip. Stanford just underneath the video board. And it looks like they're saying it touched it, which would mean it would be out of bounds. From my angle, it did not hit the video board, but the officials say that it did, and that counts as out of bounds. The point would go to Oregon State. That's the call on the court. Head coach Kevin Hambley is chatting with the officials, not thrilled about it. The fans not agreeing either with that call, but nevertheless, Oregon State with 20. Into the net. Stanford catches a break. 6th service error of the day for the Beavs, and Stanford now with 16. Cardinal would love to close this out in the third set. Anna Pringle hoping to help them do that as she steps on the service line. Dig by Kip. Over to Baird. Big swing and out of bounds. 17 for the Cardinal. You can see the big hitters on this Stanford team cranking it up here late in the third set. Pringle back at the line. Oh, what a hit. Peyton Seuss making it 21. Oregon State regaining control. By the way, Seuss had 13 Ks against Cal. Minor. Over to Baird. Oregon State. Seuss again. Blocked, but tooled. 22, Oregon State. Once again, leading by 5. Stanford calls a timeout. They will try to reset. See if they can shake it off and come back here in the third set. We'll be back in a moment. Can't overstate the improvement we're seeing from the Beavers here in the third set. They hit 235 in the first set, currently hitting 400 as a squad as they lead Stanford 22-17. White at the line. Tussle at the net. Oregon State stays alive. Minor over to Baird. In there. 9th kill of the day for Katie Baird. Stanford needed a little bit of energy, and Katie Baird delivered. Cami Minor gonna serve. Good recovery by Stanford. Kipp. Falls in. Kendall Kipp, 11 kills. Hitting 455 in this match. Kipp stepping up when the Card need it. They trail by 3. Another timeout. We'll step aside briefly on that note. The fans are busting out the rally towels, trying to make some noise here in Maples. Stanford trailing Oregon State 22-19. Cami Minor at the service line. Dig by Minor. Kipp. Softly. Handled. Seuss. In there. 23 points for Oregon State. Seuss now with double-digit kills on the day. In to serve again for Oregon State is Elizabeth Schuster. Grad student out of Long Beach, California. Transfer from Fullerton. Ogilvy, Minor at the net. Slammed by Vicini. McKenna Vicini making it look easy to give Stanford 20. Big moment for Stanford. Baird serving. And it's another kill for Oregon State. It's match point now for the Beavers. What an improvement that Oregon State has shown throughout this match. Already outscored themselves in the past 2. Service error long. Keeping Stanford in it.
Now serving for Stanford, number 9,
Elena Ogilvy. Trying to keep things going for the Card. Right off the net. Tip. Ogilvy to Kipp. Blocked! And that's it! The Beavs force a 4th set. They take set number 3 from Stanford, 25-21. Big performance by Oregon State, who hit 400 as a team in that third set. We'll see if Stanford can shake it off and move on. We'll take a break for a few minutes and be back for set number 4. On to the fourth set. Stanford took the first two 25-17 in both. Oregon State fought back to win the third set 25-21. The Beavers will start things off here with Amanda Burns at the service line. And it's out. The Cardinal on the board first. After sweeping Oregon State in Corvallis, the Beavs have forced this one into 4. Rubin serving. Vernon. Dig by Rubin. Kip. Beautiful. There's not a lot you can do with that one. Kip puts Stanford ahead by 2. Kip has been excellent down the lines so far in this match. Rubin. And it's an ace! Elia Rubin off the top of the net. Falls in there. Stanford on a 3-0 run. Perfectly placed on the floor. Her third ace. Almost made it 4. Oregon State survives with a free ball. Francis puts it down. 9th kill for Francis. She has been stellar. Reading the court beautifully. Quick timeout. We'll step aside and be back in just a moment. 4-0 run for Stanford here in the fourth set. Drop that third set to OSU. Coming back strong so far. Rubin again. This time long. Oregon State on the board here in the fourth set. Stanford coming out with a lot of energy. It's almost like, all right, that third set happened, now we got bad blood. But not necessarily bad blood with Oregon State, almost with themselves. They know they can do better, and that's what they're looking for here in the fourth set. Vernon. Kip! Beautiful. From the back row. Kendall Kip said earlier this week, talking to NCAA.com, one of her favorite things to do as a player is the attack from that back row, and she sure did. Pringle. Long. Stanford up by 5. Cardinal in a good position as the Oregon State issues a coach's challenge. They believe the ball may have been touched out of bounds, so the officials will take another look. And that is, again, one of the ways that you can challenge whether a player touched the ball in a play after the foot fault by the server, contact from a pitcher, too many hits. Whether a back row attacker was taken off on or in front of the attack lines. These are just a few of the things that you can have reviewed if you want to issue a coach's challenge. We've seen several already in this match. Some, the call in the court has stayed strong. Others, it's been overturned. Take a look at that action at the net. officials still taking a quick look. They've been very detailed in their reviews in this match, trying to make sure that they get the right call. The question is there a touch there? Did Stanford touch that ball, which eventually went out of bounds? Does it get the fingertips? Looks like it might have went through the wickets to me from this angle. So we wait for the official call to see what happens. This is a Stanford team that knows how to play through adversity and has been really high performing. We talked about Michael Vernon hitting that 1,000 kill mark in her career. In terms of career records at Stanford, there are 6 players coming into this weekend who are currently in the top 10 in 9 different categories. Digs per set, assists per set, aces per set, kills per set, blocks per set, as well as overall digs, assists, aces, and hitting percentage. Point stands as the Cardinals. So it stays at 6-1 Cardinal. Pringle still serving. Seuss. Recovery by Rubin. Baird tips it. Diving is Oregon State. Seuss again off the block. Minor to Baird. Oh, and we're feeling 22. Katie Baird with double-digit kills and the 7th point for Stanford. Beautiful back corner location. My goodness. Vicini all over it. McKenna Vicini, an underrated presence on this Stanford team, in my opinion. Protecting the net. Back set. Point for Oregon State. So another run with Pringle at the service line comes to an end as the Beavers trailing by 6 with White at the service line. Minor dumped! The dump by Minor pumps up the Cardinal. 9 points for Stanford. She finds herself at the line. Seuss. Whistle is blown. Point goes to Stanford. Make it double digits in the 4th set. Minor has 40 assists in this match. Slammed by Baird. She saw that one coming, waited, and timed it perfectly. Capitalizing on that moment to give Stanford 11. We'll step aside for the timeout and be back in a moment. Serving at a timeout is Cami Minor. Stanford still ahead 11-2 over Oregon State. Over to Seuss. Out of play. Peyton Seuss now with a dozen. She's tied with Michael Vernon for a team high 12 kills. Make it 3 for the Beavs. And subbing in to serve once again is Elizabeth Schuster. Coming from Fullerton, was all Big West honorable mention last year in 2022. Baird. Just out and just wide. Oregon State gets point number 4. Schuster. Minor to Vicini off the top of the net. Shut down. Baird and Vicini back at it at the net. Katie Baird. We've seen the kills. We've seen the blocks. 4 blocks on the match to her 11 kills. Now serving. Dig by Ogilvy. Minor. Over to Rubin. Wide. Oregon State now with 5. So you look back to that third set. Oregon State hit 400 as a team. Stanford just 222. They come into this one. There's a free ball for the Beavers. Denied! Vicini and Rubin. Looks like there was some contact at the net, so the point actually goes to Oregon State. They were all over it, but touching the net just a touch. So Kira Herron now at the service line. Minor. Rubin. Tit. Diving by Vernon. Tooling the block is Rummel. 7 points for Oregon State. So they hit 400 in the last match, barely in the positives at .091 here in the 4th set. Kit. Schuster. Over to Vernon. Denied! Vicini. Kit. When you have that kind of presence at the net, you make it so hard for the opposing team. 12 blocks as a team for Stanford. See Vicini all over it. With Kendall Kit. Almost an ace, handled by Oregon State. Good placement by Vernon. Tips it off Stanford. 13-8 now.
Now serving Oregon State, number 16, Lauren Rummel.
Lauren Rummel serving. Rubin. Point Stanford. Elia Rubin adds another kill, making it 5 for her this afternoon. That back corner finds it beautifully. Kendall Kit. Schuster saving it. Getting it over was Burns. Minor to Rubin. The tip. Nice placement. We've seen the power from Rubin. We've seen the perfect placement on the soft touches from Rubin. 6 kills. Kip continuing to serve. Schuster. Burns. Rubin recovers. Back to her. Off the block. Bam! Diving attempts from the Beavers. But Rubin with her 3rd kill in a row. Rubin is moving and grooving. 16-8 Stanford. Big time swing A statement made by Vernon. Kendall Kipp recovering. Making sure that Kendall Kipp's all right after that one. A lot of power behind that swing. 14th kill for Vernon. Burns serving. Minor to Rubin. Tip. And again! Rubin keeps rolling. 17 points for the card, and she'll take her place at the service line. Recovery of Stanford. Baird into the net. Oregon State gets double digits. Vernon back at the service line. Vernon, one of two Beavers who have had some of the weekly awards in the conference, and her serve goes long. Vernon earning Offensive Player of the Week, White getting Defensive Player of the Week, both the week of October 16th. On the flip side, Stanford has 8 weekly awards with 4 different people. Kipp getting both offensive and defensive. Oglevie with defense. Baird offense. Minor with defense. Zeus finds the floor. Oregon State still trailing by 7. Trying to chip away here in the 4th set with White at the line. Baird. Big one! Make it 19. A dozen kills for Baird. Tough one to handle for Michael Vernon. Minor back to serve. Denied! Katie Baird gets the kill. Then Katie Baird gets the block. Both sides of the ball, she's contributing. 20 points, Stanford. Free ball opportunity. Minor to Vicini. Beavs can't handle it. McKenna Vicini, productive at the net. She's got a match high 9 blocks so far today. Stanford up by 10. Over to Seuss. Denied once more. Kendall Kipp. McKenna Vicini once again handling business at the net. Kipp with 6 blocks now. Second behind Vicini with double digits. Dig by Rubin. Minor to Kipp. Off the net. Seuss off the block. Minor setting to Baird. Slamming it down. Number 22 gets point number 23. Katie Baird finding the hole in the back part of the court. Doing what she does best. Minor continuing to serve. Vernon from the back line. Free ball. Seuss off the block. Diving to save it. Can't quite come up with it. Point goes to Oregon State with 12. Side out for the Beavs. Schuster once again at the line. Minor to Kip. Big dig by White. Vernon from the back. Some contact and it goes Stanford's way with the net violation, and it's match point Cardinal. And isn't it poetic to have Katie Baird at the service line for this moment? Point goes to Oregon State. They stay alive. Stanford making a statement so far here in the fourth set. Minor to Rubin. Done and done. The Cardinal close out the fourth set 25-13. They take this one 3-1 over the Beavers here at home to cap off this 4-game homestand. They have swept it across the board. What performances from the Cardinal tonight. Wow. Kendall Kipp, Katie Baird once again back-to-back matches where they lead the team in kills, 13 apiece this time. McKenna Vicini with 10 blocks. What a performance. And let's not forget the 9 kills from Elia Rubin and Sammy Francis. 14 blocks as a team. They hit 389, 478 in this last set. Want to say one more time, thank you to all the veterans who have served. Happy Veterans Day. And also, if you were counting, the Taylor Swift count comes to 11. So those are the references we got in, folks. After sweeping this homestand, Stanford will head to LA to face off against UCLA and USC coming up next in the final stretch of the Pac-12. On behalf of our entire crew, thank you for joining us. I'm Jenna Becerra saying see you soon here at Maples. Go Stanford.